I'm Dr. Dominic Sportelli, a medical physician and board certified in adult psychiatry and fellowship trained and board certified in child and adolescent psychiatry. So what is folate? I think that's the important question. So folate is a B vitamin, and it plays an incredibly important role in what's called one carbon metabolism. Now, so for those of you that have taken organic chemistry, know what methylation is. And methylation is the addition of a carbon with 3 hydrogens around it to a molecule, either a protein or a DNA structure. And what happens with folate is it assists in that chemical reaction called methylation. What we find out is that with decreased folate, we have decreased DNA methylation. And if we have decreased DNA methylation, we have altered gene expression. And when you have altered gene expression, remember, genes encode for proteins, and proteins are functional components of how our bodies work, whether they be enzymes, or it leads to faulty gene expression and then what we call genome instability. We also know, this is actually very interesting as well, we also know that it directly affects homocysteine levels. When people have increased homocysteine levels, the theoretical framework is that that could lead to neurotoxic effects and what we call pro-oxidative effects and oxidative damage to the neuron in the central nervous system. And these were studies that were done way back in 1997 by a scientist named Crewman and colleagues. So you could take a look at some of those studies if you're interested. We absolutely know as well that there's an inverse correlation between folate and homocysteine. So when your folate levels are up or at good levels, your homocysteine levels are low, which is a good thing. So this data that we saw is absolutely fascinating. The study just came out, and that's why I'm bringing it to you. For those that are interested in neuroscience and behavior and psychiatry and psychology, neurology. So again, the Journal of the American Medical Association Psychiatry, a study was done out of the University of Chicago by lead author Gibbons, Gibbons. Take a look at it. And again, what it showed was they looked at 866,586 individuals that were supplemented with prescription strength folate at 1 milligram and those that were not. They followed them over about a 24-month period. And listen to this number. 261 suicidal events were monitored and accounted for in the individuals that were taking the folate supplement, but 895 suicides were accounted for in the individuals that were not taking folate and may have been folate deficient. So this study is a starting point. Like I said, we've known for sure that folate deficiency has a link to cognitive issues, neurodegenerative issues, Parkinson's, dementias, and mood disorders. And now we're seeing some data actually showing that it may be preventive for mood disorders that could potentially lead to suicide. So this is a preliminary study, but at least it can tell us, hey, folate is a very, very important supplement, and certain people cannot metabolize folate well. So if this is something you're concerned about, definitely talk to your healthcare or your behavioral healthcare provider about. I hope you found this helpful. It's just a little neurology tidbit, a little psychiatry tidbit for you. Every once in a while, I find some really interesting articles that I want to share with you. All right, hope you're all having a great day.